Hey, so this is Dr. Justin Traveler with Dr. Run, Think, Pray. Anyway, sorry we haven't had any recordings up for a little while. Um, we've been actually doing some recordings. I lost some. And then we did a recording, as you see. For those of you watching it on YouTube, that we're trying the voiceover. So I've never done the voiceover. What the audio really wasn't very good downstairs in my basement, and we're looking to get all sorts of different equipment and things like that. But since we don't have all that right now, I thought I would try this voiceover. So what I want to explain today is what I'm showing is one of my favorite workouts. This is a HIIT workout that I do just in my basement. And high intensity interval training should not be a new thing if you're familiar with exercise or things that way. It's very popular. The great thing about high intensity interval training is that you can you can get a lot of burn, and you don't lose much muscle mass, and it actually helps to burn all through the day. So I just wanted to show my favorite one. Now I do this particular workout on Tuesdays and Fridays, and you can do any combination of high intensity interval, but I wanted to just show some of the physical because this is Dr. Run, Think, Pray. In most of our past, we've been discussing different things as far as the spiritual aspect and mental aspect, pondering thought, being positive. And so I thought, hey, we need to do some of this physical stuff. I do have some interviews up and coming. I promised those, and I think that's where this podcast and webcast are headed to, and that is to to hearing what other people have to say, to getting different opinions of others, not so that you can necessarily copy them, but it's so that you can take what they do and add it to what you do. And so that's all this is an effort to show today. And for those of you listening, I'm going to describe it, some of the things that I'm doing, maybe give some tips. And anyway, it's really good. The cool part about high intensity interval training, though, is that you can do it anywhere. So I'm showing this video in my basement, and I've got an exercise room. My wife was so sweet. She that was my birthday present for this year. We had a storage room, and we had to shift everything around, and you know what? It's actually been really awesome. I've never been able to do a lot of good high quality workouts at home, but now I really can, and I attribute a lot of that to having access to some really good equipment and a good space, just a space where you can go. The thing with being at home is it's just kind of difficult. So anyway, the first thing that I'm showing for those of you watching it, and I'm going to explain, on your phone, there's a lot of apps. There's a lot of free apps that you can do. I've got one that is just called Interval. So the app that I use is called Interval. I think there's a 22 on it I kind of show. But anyway, you can split it all up, and it shows exactly what you need to do on your app. And it will show different intervals and the different plans that you can do. I do 1 minute on, so when I'm doing my exercises, I'll do 1 minute of exercise and then stagger that with 1 minute of rest. Now, if you're doing high intensity interval training, you really need to be smart with the way that you're doing it. So if you're in shape, if you've been exercising, been doing a lot of cardio, and you just want to up your anaerobic capacity, which will in turn up your aerobic capacity, but if you just want to try this and you're in shape, then you can do that 1 minute on and 1 minute off, or you can even do 1 minute on and 30 seconds off. The key is you really want to be able to catch your breath. Now, if you're new to this, then you want to set the intervals to maybe a little bit less. Your workout may be maybe 30 seconds or even 40 seconds, and then you may need to take a full minute or even a minute and a half to 2 minutes. But when I say when you're starting a workout, just make sure that it's comfortable, that it feels good while you're doing it, and that will increase the probability of you continuing the workout. If it's too painful, then unfortunately we see a lot of people fall off. The other thing with that interval app that I really like is it gives you prompts. So I give it a prompt on there. You can say, give me a prompt. When you're on your rest interval, it will tell you when you have, it'll say, yeah, you've got 10 seconds until you've got to work. And then when I'm working out, it will say, you're halfway through, so 30 seconds. And that just tells me, when I'm pushing what to do, and that really helps a lot. The other thing that it helps with, and then it does say 10 seconds. So it'll say 10 seconds until you get to go. Now, so for those of you watching the video again, I'm just putting my phone down and saying, I split it up into 5 exercises. Now you can do more, you can do less. Some people, you can even just do 1 exercise with high intensity interval, but I get kind of tired of it. So I'm showing it on the treadmill. Now when I'm doing, a high intensity interval training on a treadmill, what I'm saying is I hate putting that little clip thing on. It's just annoying and gets in my way. But anyway, if you're on the treadmill and you're doing a lot of sprints and heavy workouts, then you need to make sure that you're putting that clip on, because I've got it up basically to a sprint, and so you want to make sure that you're being safe. So the first one that I do, and this is after my warm up, so I'll say, you take a few minutes and you need to warm up. You need to make sure that you're doing that correctly. But I start out with a warm up. I walk for a little bit, and then what I do is once it says to work out, so it'll say, work out, and so I put it on probably 10. Then my treadmill goes up to 12. I put it on 10, and what I do is I'll run on 10 for about the first 30 seconds, and then I'll kick it to 11 towards for after the halfway, and then with 10 seconds left, I'll put it up to the highest, the fastest that it can go for about 10 seconds. And so that's usually what I'll do for that high intensity interval training when I'm doing that. And as you see, if you watch on the video, you can see that it is going pretty darn fast. So you need to be careful that you're taking all your safety precautions and make sure that you're doing it right. So after I do the treadmill, I'll do that for 1 minute, and then I'll take a full break. Usually I'll have a drink there, so I'll do 1 minute on, and then I'll do 1 minute off. And then what I'm doing is I'll show you, I go to the next one. Now I'm taking you to my agility ladder. Now agility ladders are very inexpensive. They cost almost nothing. So I do get the question, as you see in mine, I've got mine taped down. I just use painter's tape on my workout floor. And there are people who say, they're so inexpensive, but anytime I hit my agility ladder, I've used them. I don't like needing to reset it, so I just keep it taped down. And what I'm showing is my particular favorite on the agility ladder. Now the key with high intensity interval is you really need to push yourself. You want to be going at least to about 70% of your max. So on this, I'm showing that I do kind of a side to side, 2 feet in, and then I go 2 feet out, and continue that along the agility ladder. And for those of you who don't know, it's just a ladder that you lay down on the ground. And so as you watch, if you want to watch on the video, I'm showing kind of how you want to go quick, and then I turn around and go back. So I'm going backwards and forwards, and I just try and go as fast as I can for 1 minute. And I'll continue doing that, and it really that's a really good workout. Sometimes I'll do kind of a hopscotch 1-2 that I'm showing, like 2 feet in, 2 feet out. You can actually do any combination of that you want on the agility ladder, and that's why I like it so much, because you can really go fast in it, and it helps with your agility, helps with your foot speed as well. For it, like me, I'm on the old man's soccer league team. I want to make sure that I'm keeping my agility up. So after I do agility ladder, then I'll move on to the next one. I have a big rope, and I don't know what else you even call them. They're the big rope that you do kind of a wave with your arms, and I really do enjoy this. I like this one a lot. The reason why I like it so much is because with a lot of high intensity interval training, it seems like it's easy to do a lot with like your legs and sprinting, jumping, that type of thing. It's easy to get your heart rate up, but oftentimes with your arms, it's kind of tough. So you can do other things, burpees, or any real combination of exercises with your arms, but it does seem to be a little bit tougher. Now, if you do get a big rope, and I say that the cost is really low on all these, obviously the treadmill is a little more, but you can just run outside or run in place if you're trying to do high intensity interval training. And I've just got my agility ladder taped down. The big rope, there is a cost to it, but I found it on the Wish app for about, I think it was about $50, and that included shipping, maybe $50 or $60. When you do it, you just want to make sure, again, and I showed this on the video, try not to shrug. You want to keep pretty relaxed, and you can go as fast as you want, a nice easy wave, and you can, as I'm showing, squat down as well. But you can get a really good burn, and after a minute, you do feel a really nice burn when you're doing that. So after the big rope, as I call it, I'm sure there's a better name for it. So I do, treadmill for 1 minute. I do agility ladder for 1 minute, and in between taking 1 minute off. Then I do the big rope. After I've done the big rope, then I move on to a jump rope. When I do the jump rope, it's just a basic jump rope, but I do try and go as fast as I can. Now, if you're not a good jump roper, which on the video I was just hoping and praying that I wouldn't mess up, So I showed that, but you want to go, and in the video I'm going pretty quick, and I try and speed it up, but you want to get going pretty fast. Oftentimes, the last 10 seconds, I will double speed. I'll try and do like two turns for every jump, and so that increases my heart rate. But I'm just trying to get my heart rate up as quick as I can, so you can either do side to side or just a regular jump rope, and that works really well. But and again, jump ropes are very inexpensive. Now I'm coming to the end. I'm going to show one more, and then I apologize. I'm going to leave probably with no video, but just with the audio. I do a little slide board. You could do mountain climbers. But what I'm going to do, so I'm showing that you can go side to side on the video as well, but I just do kind of a mountain climber slide. Now the key to my workouts that I've been doing, and I don't show this, I was going to, and then the video kind of had some problems. The real key that I found, you can get such stress relief. When I get done, you get your heart rate up, and then you want to, I love doing my meditation right after doing this heavy workout. So on the video I'm showing just doing some slide board sprint kind of in a mountain climber position, and you can do mountain climbers again, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I repeat all of that, and I end up going through that whole thing twice, and then I end up doing the run and the agility ladder 3 times. But just such a great workout. And then I finish with meditation, a nice cool down and stretch, meditation, and then I say a little prayer at the end. And I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference, and that meditation and prayer makes a huge difference. So anyway, that's kind of my favorite workout of the week. I love it. It does so good for me. It's stress reliever, and you get a great workout, and it's fast. And anyway, this is Dr. Traveler, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed this. And it's and you can review it or ask questions if you have any questions. And this is Dr. Traveler, and I am signing out. Guys, thanks for checking out Dr. Run, Think, Pray. Please like, please subscribe, comment below. If you have any questions, let me know. And always remember to be healthier today than you were yesterday. Be healthier tomorrow than you were today. And this is Dr. Traveler, signing out.